Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get-together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at headlines, news, comments, ideas, questions, suggestions that have to do with our city, with our state, with our country, and we combine all the good stuff so that we can have a better, more connected life here in Puerto Vallarta as a community of English-speaking locals. And I do say the good stuff, although I should say today there are a couple of creepy bits of news that I figured would be pertinent to show, but usually just good news, just good stuff. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Today is Monday, March 28th. Another month is about to end, and all kinds of exciting things are happening this week around the city. Most good, some slightly inconvenient, but we have a lot of news, good news to share. There's a lot of commenting about the Academy Awards, which I haven't watched, so kindly no spoilers if you can help yourself. Although Will Smith, it's funny because I don't have access to the Academy Awards. I don't have the channels that show them. So usually what I do is I try to stay away from the news about the Oscars and try to find the show and download it from the internet the day after. And that's precisely what I'm going to do. But we have already read all kinds of things about the Oscars. So I'm still hoping to be able to find them throughout the day, and they'll be part of my watching diet for today. As always, we want to welcome everyone and anyone that is new to the broadcasts. Encourage you to let us know that you are new so we can give you a nice warm welcome. How do you do that? Well, all you have to do is add the word new to your comment, and we will give you a nice friendly welcome. If you're watching on YouTube, unfortunately, we don't have any commenting available in YouTube, but we certainly appreciate that you join us and you watch. So we appreciate your thumbs up, and we appreciate your subscribing to our YouTube channel so you can know when new content is made available. And this content is not only our daily broadcasts, but also our walks, our walk-arounds, all these things that we often share during the broadcast are also made available as standalone videos on YouTube. So for those of you that don't like to hear all the commenting that we share while we're walking around the city, you can enjoy the walks without comment that way. Finally, as always, if you have something truly important to say, please add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment, and that way we'll be able to find it more easily when it's time to look at your comments in the second half of the broadcast. But first, let us take a look at the news, and we will take it from there. We begin our news section with a friendly reminder that today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, a triple COVID-19 vaccination campaign is taking place at La Lija, with first shots, second shots, and booster shots available for anyone that is 18 years of age and older. These are, what were they? These are AstraZeneca vaccines, yes. The vaccines are available starting at 8 a.m. and continue until 4:30 in the afternoon today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. If you haven't gotten your vaccines, this is a good chance to get that done. Secondly, despite many grumblings by people that don't get that it is about climate change more than anything else, vehicle verification in Puerto Vallarta begins this Friday. If you drive your own vehicle here in Puerto Vallarta, here's a brief summary. Vehicle verification was first introduced in the Guadalajara metropolitan area due to the fact that air quality was progressively decreasing. And it is being brought here to Puerto Vallarta for the same reason. It's about protecting the environment. It's about protecting the air quality, the air that we breathe. It costs 500 pesos a year. Yes, it is another expense, and it may become an inconvenience for people driving into Puerto Vallarta from other places. But to put things in perspective, in Mexico City, vehicle verification and vehicle driving limitations according to your license plate numbers have been in place for years. And people are used to this. So there is no reason why we cannot get used to something like vehicle verification here in Puerto Vallarta as well. The way it works is as follows. Let's take a quick look at the official website. So you take a look at your license plate's final digit. For example, here's the month of April. And if your final digit is number 4, you have 2 months to verify your car. And verification costs 500 pesos. It's that simple. You verify your car and you're done. If your car's license plate ends with a number 1, you don't have to do it until January. So you have between now and January to save 500 pesos to do what you have to do. If you are driving in the city temporarily, like you're on vacation, there are temporary passes available, and that takes care of that. So all the information will be available to you in the show notes, both the news item that I referenced, and I also will share the official website where you can find all your questions answered. Moving right along, Manantial Street, the street that connects Paso Ancho to the city and all the communities over there, is closing this week due to reconstruction. According to this news note, temporary access has been made possible due to the fact that the river current is extremely low. And I read the article, and according to the article, here's the street that we're talking about. And by the way, it's interesting that Google and the news item calls it La Ribera. It's not called Manantial until further down here. But La Ribera, this is the section that fell down. This is the section that is now closed. And temporary access is being made down here through Margarita M. de Juarez, and somehow they connected a temporary road that crosses down the river, which, thank God, the current is fairly low, and you come out over here in Alamo Street. So keep this in mind if you're moving about to or from this neighborhood. Things are going to be a little tricky, but ultimately we will end up with a better road once the construction is finished. I believe they said it would take about 6 months to put better protection against the mountainside and for them to build another road. Gala Vallarta, or Gala Puerto Vallarta, Riviera Nayarit, the most important hotel room wholesale event in our destination, begins today. Most of what goes on at this event does not affect us as locals, but it is here where over 34,000 hotel rooms in the destination are offered to vacation wholesalers in Mexico, the United States, Canada, and Europe. And it is based on the negotiations that take place during the event that hotel room fees are established more or less for the months to come. So again, this is not going to affect us because we live here, we have our homes. But if you are planning on coming on vacation, the prices of hotels have a lot to do with all the negotiations that are going to go on this week in town. I have two creepy bits of news, as I mentioned, that you may hear people talking about today, although Will Smith may end up overpowering every casual conversation during the next couple of days. A thief attempted to rob a local OXXO near the maritime terminal. Police arrived while the thief was still in the store. So the thief took a hostage. This police squad saw that the hostage's life was in danger, so they shot the thief, and unfortunately, they shot the thief to death. The hostage was wounded in the process, so she was taken to the hospital to receive medical attention. Hopefully, there were no other injuries. The second creepy has to do with Moray eels. 3 days ago, I read that a large number of Moray eels appeared in a couple of beaches in Riviera Nayarit. I did not give much attention to the news item. This happened at Los Ayala and Guayabitos. And morays are opportunistic carnivorous predators. And although they feed primarily on smaller fish, crabs, and octopuses, it turns out they have already bitten 165 people. Ouch, take me to a swimming pool instead. Experts believe that changes in seawater temperatures are the reason why the eels may have ended up swimming close to the beaches and altering their reproductive cycle. And of course, the beaches remain closed for swimming. Ouch, that's just too creepy for me. Anyhow, let's take a look at the weather forecast just to see what's going to happen during the beginning of the week. Oh, am I the only one who had Fresh Prince slaps Chris Rock on her Oscars bingo card? I tell you, I have seen footage of what happened, and it was not pretty. And I'm not. I'm going to find the show, and I'm going to watch it complete. But it was creepy. It was horrible. Anyhow, 27 degrees feels like 27. Humidity is 37% right now, and our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees is 81. Our weather forecast for today says clear day with a high temperature of 31, low temperature 17. Tomorrow, another clear day with a high temperature of 31, a low temperature of 16. And Wednesday, we'll have a hump day with a partly cloudy day with a high temperature of 31 and a low temperature of 15. Yay. Moving right along, let's see what else we have. Oh, yes. Let's get this on the screen. The father of young Salvador Macias, the boy that was stolen from the hospital hours after being born and found by his parents 16 years later, published a photo of the happy family bonding after having been apart for 16 years. They are not offering any interviews any longer. They want to focus on nurturing their family ties. So we have no idea what happened with the couple that raised the boy, or the couple that stole the boy, actually, specifically the woman that stole the boy, although we know that the alleged mother disappeared, but we haven't read anything about her final whereabouts or what's going to happen to her. Also, details about the upcoming excursions to the Maria Islands continue to trickle. Now we know that 3 ferries will offer the first excursions leaving from San Blas in the state of Nayarit. The ferries have a capacity of 170 passengers. And while it was originally stated that no overnight accommodations were available at the islands, the government has changed their tune, and now spending 2 nights at the island, or as many as 2 nights at the island, will be possible. It is worth mentioning that the Maria Islands are the site of Mexico's final or last offshore penal colony, but it has been shut down many years ago, and it has been converted into a cultural nature ecological center. Apparently, the dock in the city of San Blas is still being conditioned to be able to offer the service, but the news note claims that it should be ready to go by the first week of April, just in time for Semana Santa. What else do we have? One more thing to share before we go into our chit chat section, your comment section. You remember this little guy? I showed him or her or it. I showed it to you when I talked about going shopping at Galerías El Triunfo, and you're probably wondering what happened with it, and I can answer that by showing you this photograph. Ta-da! I got crafty this weekend, and I made a condom for it. That's right. All it needed was a little bit of a Paco touch, and here it is. It's just crochet. It's wobbly, but when you wrap it around the thing, then the thing has its own personality. Too small for a hat, I believe, but it's exactly what I needed to make that new accessory for my home be more of my liking. And of course, it's green. Everything here in the house is either green or orange. I can't recover from that. Anyhow, here are your comments. Lots of good mornings as usual. Albert is having a manic Monday. I love it. Sue is having a good Monday morning from Fluvial. And we have someone in Washington State. Hello, Doreen. We have people here. We have people there and everywhere. Carol's watching from Spokane. Great to see. Good morning from Ono Smoothie Bowls. I'm not familiar, but Smoothie Bowls sounds wonderful. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's see. More good mornings. More good mornings. La li la li la la. Oh, Kelly, you make it sound like it's such a big deal. YouTube is a brilliant addition to your broadcasting empire. Well, the good news, Kelly, is that we've been putting our daily broadcasts on YouTube. Please allow me a second. Oh, that felt good. We've been putting we've been repurposing our daily broadcasts on YouTube forever, pretty much since we began. So it's another option, another place for people to find us. Yay! Da-da-da-da. And another one from Kelly. I remember when smog control was implemented in California. It made a huge impact to the air quality. And yet, it's, people are complaining about it. People are saying, yet it's another expense, that 500 pesos, what are we going to do? And tourists are going to get confused. Well, for better or worse, tourists and locals have been getting confused in Mexico City for years. So there's no reason why we couldn't get used to this new measure. Salam asks, is vehicle verification the same as inspection? I would think so. And again, all the specifics of how this happens are explained in the website, the official website. You take your car, they take a look at it, they tell you you're okay, or they tell you you're not okay. And of course, if you're not okay, you have to take care of your vehicle. Then comments, saw the access to Buenos Aires yesterday. It is a dirt road, and everyone is happy to have access via vehicle while the main road is closed. That's the spirit. Lona took time to go take a look at the street art. Thank you for the link to the PV street art site yesterday. This is wonderful. We love maps and we love creating those connections. Thank you for enjoying yourself, enjoying the murals while you were walking around. Let's see what else. Can I sing this, Raymond? When you're down by the sea and an eel bites your knee, that's a Moray. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, dear, Morays. I saw a dead one on Playa Holy yesterday. Ouch. So if they're moving closer to Puerto Vallarta, no beach time for me. Thank you very much. And Lona says, eels? I thought urchins and crocodiles were our biggest fear. Actually, our biggest fear is traveler's diarrhea, but we've gotten used to that as well. Alan boils down to it. He cuts to the chase by saying the eels are mad about the caca water. I love it. Let's see what else. Kimberly's counting. 12 days to go. Let's see. Thank you for that, Javier. Yes, it was. There was a lot of crocheting going on this weekend. Actually, I had a great errand day yesterday. I went to buy some yarn, and I went to buy some other things, and I went to buy um, salsa, a special kind of salsa. That's all I'm going to say. If you are a subscriber to Coffee and Headlines, you will get a members only surprise this afternoon, based on a very wonderful kind of Mexican salsa that I bought yesterday. I will show you what it is, where to find it, and what to do with it. If you're not a Coffee and Headlines member yet, we put together perks for subscribers only from time to time, and there will be a perk available this afternoon. Let's see what else we have. Thank you for that, Diane. The condom adds a beautiful touch. Condoms usually do. Oh, it's great to see dear friends Claudia and Carmen from Oculto, wishing the cluster a great week. As you know, Oculto is this fabulous place where all the expertise in Mexican cuisine that we know and love from El Arrayan, a restaurant that has closed shop, is made available through a series of private dinners that Carmen, Claudia, and their chef put together. So if you have a small group of people from 2 to 15 or so, and you want to have your own private dinner, all for yourself with a special multi-course dinner, multi-course menu, this is the way to go. Let's see. We have a lovely long report on Gina's Whiskey Kitchen, which opens this Friday. This Friday, I'm going to be there early drinking sangrias. Yay. Let's see what else. Kathleen, I'm so very happy that I've inspired you to crochet. I don't know what kind of pleasure you'll derive from it. For me, it's kind of meditating. I sit around, listen to podcasts or listen to music, and I sit around and I play with my yarn and my hooks, and it's the most relaxing thing I can do, unless I am using like packing cord, which is a little rough on the fingers, but it's a lot of fun to crochet. Kathleen says that's one of Raymond's best. Absolutely, that's a Moray. That was absolutely beautiful. Michael is heading over soon, so stay put. I'd better put on some pants. I love it. And this, I think, planning to spend some time exploring Versailles this trip. Whiskey Kitchen is definitely on my list. I tell you, starting on Friday, my waist size is going to change because Whiskey Kitchen is nearby. And that brings us to the end of this broadcast. What are you going to be up to this week? I wonder. Today is going to be more of a stay home. It's going to be a stay home day. In fact, I will be doing some walking between today and tomorrow for Wednesday. I'm going to try to get to a new taco place that opened in the neighborhood and tell you all the details about it. But in the meantime, we're just happy for the weather. We're happy for having food in the house, things to do, and having wonderful friends to share news and headlines with on a daily basis. So have a great day. Have a great week. And stay in touch. And hopefully we'll get together again soon. Maybe even tomorrow. Ciao.